TIFU by genuinely forgetting I had a joint in my pocket and trying to board a plane in Amsterdam and getting caught. So this literally just happened 30 minutes ago. I would freely and happily admit if I tried this on purpose as a warning to others, but legitimately fucked up here. Came with a couple of friends for the weekend to Amsterdam for a birthday. It's a great city, pretty to look at and loads of fun. I'm sure most people know the Dutch have decriminalized the use of weed, and you can visit coffee shops and buy and smoke joints. Had a fun party night last night in town. Went to some coffee shops, got stoned, went to some bars, danced at a club. Had a great night, but only a couple of hours sleep. In a rush packing this morning, I slept through alarm. I put on last night's jeans on with a joint in plastic tube in pocket, front weird pocket in front of main pocket, left over from last night. Got to airport in reasonable time considering slept through alarm. Rushed towards security when suddenly this hideous sensation of my stomach dropping, like in a falling lift, did I ditch that joint? At this stage my rucksack is going through the scanner and the airport staff are guiding me through a body scanner tube that you stand still in with your hands in the air whilst something revolves around you. "Sir, do you have anything in your pockets?" says a customs lady as she steers me towards the body scanner. Holy fucking shit. What to do? I'm still not 100% at this point if there was a joint in my pocket or not. Do I come clean? No, wait till late for that. Got to try and style this out, as pocket might actually be empty. Go to tube, put hands up, get scanned, no problem. But Schiphol Airport has policy, possibly because of weed, frisk everyone as soon as out of scan tube. I'm asked to put my hands in air again as airport guy starts to frisk intensely all over. I'm sweating bullets and my scrambled mind is trying to remember the hazy details of last night's outing. Did I smoke that joint? Airport guy's hands pats pocket. I feel object being pressed into hip. Fuck. Sir, empty your pocket please? Says airport guy. My partner in the meantime has passed security and is watching on. In slow motion I see the penny drop on his face. I dig into that weird front mini pocket and pull out a small joint in a plastic tube, as sold in coffee shops, of my pocket. Audible gasps come out of other passengers in queue behind me. I feel my face turning almighty red and feel the room getting a bit spinny. I'm dying inside. I say to pat down guy, "Oh god. I'm really sorry, I forgot that was in TH. Haha, sure, that's what they all say." Laughs airport pat down guy loudly. I'm placed to one side. Customs security is called over, was left a nerve shredding 30 minutes before he turned up. Just gonna take this moment and opportunity to say the Dutch are a fucking fabulous bunch of people. Customs man comes over and takes one look at me quivering / near to tears and says, "Don't worry sir. Don't look so scared. You are 20th today, and you won't be last. I'm sorry you have a government at home that is so restrictive, but unfortunately I can't let you leave Amsterdam with this joint as you will get in trouble at home." I almost wept with relief. I was made to sign a form to say he'd taken joint off me, and that was it. I'm in a bar in Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam, having a drink to steady my nerves. To all you Dutch, bless your hearts. You're the best. I'm sorry I was a hot mess and added to the problem of being a dumb fucking tourist. TLDR, I was a hot mess and genuinely forgot I had a joint in my pocket. Got caught with it. Dutch customs were amazing about it. Edit spelling, my hands are still shaking. Edit 2, thanks for the shiny stuff. First awards, on a story about my drug use. I'm from UK for those asking. My flights just landed, and I made it through UK customs without discovering any other forgotten drugs. I've just found the docket the nice customs man handed me when he took the weed. It says under what was taken, joints. Edit 3, Schiphol doesn't frisk as matter of routine. Yes, I get it. Thanks for correction. I love hearing people's stories about Amsterdam. They almost always have a happy ending. I see what you did there. Well, it was in plain sight. That wasn't even that good, but I still have to tip you, don't I? Just the tip. Just to see how it feels. Or, ugly duckling bork bork. God damn it, Archer. Seriously though man, that must have been terrifying. How sweet did that post-scare beer taste? Pants-shittingly scary. Downed 3 whiskeys in a row. In seat on clean, calming down a bit. Live to smoke another day. Damn. I would have thrown up from the anxiety. US Customs would have put a bag on your head and forgot about you in a windowless room for a few days like that one dude who nearly died of thirst/starvation. The same guy has probably been in charge of taking joints off tourists for 20 to 30 years. He hasn't paid for weed in the same amount of time. Edit. Thanks for the gold, stranger. In fact, those are his favorite tourists. Damn, imagine being caught with drugs at the airport and let go with a warning. I wish I could. Lol, not even a warning, haha. They were doing him a favor and showing empathy towards his lousy government. Amazing. Basically the equivalent of, we can't let you take that with you. Why not? Those fucking squares back where you come from are going to be punk ass bitches about it. Oh, yeah, right, thanks. Even more amazing, if you take a flight to, for example, Thailand with KLM, the Dutch airline, they will take an extra moment to give you the chance to hand in any drugs, as Thailand is quite a bit more stringent about those. I imagine he has a giant jar on his office desk like a teacher does for confiscated toys, but it's full of joints and baggies of weed. It all goes into a storage room and will be burned once in a while on a military base together with all the other confiscated drugs from police raids, etc. Yeah, that's what they all say. Jokes aside, I'm sure it's rare for the confiscated stuff to get smoked by Dutch police. I mean, why would you bother with a completely unknown drug that could be laced with LSD or whatever when you can go buy your preferred type of reasonably priced weed after you get off shift? Edit. Till you can't lace weed with LSD. Whoops. Heather, I'm Dutch, and when I started reading your post I thought, oh man, no way they are going to make a big deal of it. I'm sorry you freaked out that much, and even more sorry that your home country is so restrictive that it made you freak out this much in the first place. Edit. Spelling. Thanks a million. You guys are awesome. The Dutch custom guy was amazing. Honestly, so laid back. A gem. You didn't do anything against the law over here, so he couldn't do much else. It's pressure from the other EU countries to not let weed escape Amsterdam, because there are no arrival checks on the other side. If it was in your bag instead of your pocket, there's a 90% chance it would just go through, since it doesn't catch their attention. No arrival check, you say? Go on. When flying in the Schengen area there is no customs check on arrival, just like flying a domestic flight. There is normally only a security check before boarding. I was half joking, since I'm going to Amsterdam in a couple of weeks from a Schengen country. Probably would not have the guts to try and bring weed back home. As someone who can buy weed at a fucking fancy high-end store, the concept of traveling with any drugs at all is mind-blowing. I still need to visit Amsterdam. Sounds like a swell place. It's absolutely awesome. I cannot recommend it enough. The Dutch are my favorite race of people after this experience. Edit. What's the correct adjective to describe a group of people from a specific area? As I agree with some of the comments, race seems wrong/ridiculous. Edit 2. Favorite nationality. Thanks for correction. My husband and I went there in June to visit a friend. We met her during her work, so we got to meet some of her colleagues. Knowing that we don't speak Dutch, my friend and her colleagues just switched their conversations in English, so we don't feel left out. How awesome is that? Also, their English is perfect, and their stroopwafel is amazing. I expected to run into someone that didn't speak English when I was in Amsterdam. Nope. Every single person I interacted with The vast majority of them fluent, and the few that weren't, had a better grasp of the language than I do Spanish. The only real WTF there was the hot tea. I learned why this is recently. It's because Dutch is spoken by such a small minority of people worldwide that essentially all their TV is subtitled in Dutch with English audio. So they are all exposed to English consistently from a very young age. Haha, sounds so familiar. A friend of mine once flew from Schiphol to Greece with €5 of weed in his suitcase. He packed shots last minute and forgot to check the pockets. Luckily nobody found the weed and we smoked it, to destroy the evidence, on the balcony of our hotel on Crete. To destroy the evidence. Sigh, it's a tough job, but someone's gotta do it. It was just your burden to bear. I hope it wasn't too trying for you guys lol. The hardest choices require the strongest wills. Be very careful about this if you have a connecting flight through the Middle East at any time. An early morning flight transiting through Dubai, we lone male travelers were segregated, and they patted us down, then ran some kind of handheld scanners over our clothes, not metal detectors, looked bulky, with a digital screen, and lastly ran some kind of chemical paper over my clothes and even my laptop, including the screen. Edit, their punishment for possession is imprisonment, multiple offenses may be capital. Yup. You would not want to fuck up like I did, going to the Middle East. I'm actually traveling to Dubai in a month. Kinda stressed that there's a mark against my passport. Is there such a thing?